So I want everyone to know here today that I did contact the Meridian Police Department, and they know that I'm here. This is not a rally. This is not a protest. I'm here to read a letter to the officer. I'm going to leave out his name for the protection of him and his family, and try to minimize as much as possible any more attacks on him and his family and the police department. I hope you'll have an open heart when you read this. I'm sorry that I could not say this to you in person. This is the best way I know how to communicate my thoughts and feelings to you. I've been told talking to you would not be beneficial concerning the charge against me. However, I'm a mom who strives every day to teach my children to take responsibility and ownership when a mistake is made, and I want to try to make this right between us. I never thought a knee-jerk comment made to you out of frustration by me wanting my kids to play at a park would create such a divide amongst our friends, family, community, the state of Idaho, our nation, and the world, a divide that seems impossible for me to mend. The reality of the situation is that I have been stuck at home for the last 5 weeks, and as the rest of America has also watching this great nation and our God-given rights crumble before my eyes. I let the stress of me being in a house with 4 young kids, one with special needs, get the best of me that day. I am on edge from the constant stress of children and trying to tend to their needs, of being bored and cooped up along with other responsibilities. However, this is not an excuse for my behavior and my part in what happened. While I can't go back in time and change what's happened, but the truth is I'm very sorry I let my frustrations get the better of me that day. I come to you and your family, fellow officers within the Meridian Police Department, with a humble heart, full of sadness and regret that a rash sentence made by me, frozen in time, has led to this point. This situation has spiraled so far out of control. Please know I never had any intention of going to the park to protest or make any type of political or public statement. I did not rip off any tape off the playground, and I did not see any signs prohibiting playing on the playground. While I disagree with the current restrictions being put in place that are restricting our freedoms, I never intended or thought me going to the park on a sunny day with my kids would evolve to the point I involved the Meridian Police Department, your fellow officers, you, or your family. If I had, I would have never attended the park that day. I also want you to know that I had nothing to do with protesters showing up at your home, but I promise you from the bottom of my heart, I personally had nothing to do again with those actions. I do not condone or support them in any way. I have reached out to organizers asking that this does not happen again. I know more than most that having your address released to the public and having strangers show up at your home, the danger this puts you and your family in. And although I was not involved, I'm so very sorry this happened to you and your family, and I want you to know I have reached out to the organizers asking that this never happens again. I leave this letter with you and the Meridian Police Department in the hopes that this will help mend the huge divide that has occurred between us, our community, and our country. Thank you.